What's up everyone, Lion Roar here, and we have an exciting new legendary hero in Gemstone Legends. It is KICHOT. So of course, I'm going to do a breakdown and summons. But first, download Gemstone Legends, a mobile RPG puzzle match game. Use the link in the description to start with free stuff, including a bonus hero. Alright, so I'm looking at KICHOT in the lexicon. He is part of the Empire clan. And the reason I do this is because I want to answer the question, if I put all the resources into this hero, is it going to be worth it? So we're going to look at max stats here. And what we got is pretty good HP. We have an attack that's high. And defense that's somewhat normal. The speed looks pretty good at 204, but not anything super out of the ordinary. Mana gain is at 19, which is interesting because all you need is one set of caster equipment to make his special fire after just 5 tiles instead of 6. So I think that is important when you're considering equipment on a hero like this. You can see that he is a crit rate leader in the arena, meaning that all allies get plus 25% to the crit rate. Let's take a look at the special. Again, this is if you can max it out. Deals damage to all enemies, 20% of casters' max HP. That's a lot of damage. And also deals damage to all enemies, 15% of casters' current HP. That's kind of interesting. So we definitely want to be loading him up with equipment that increases HP as well. In fact, you want this to, if you get him, be one of your bigger HP guys because, well, he's going to deal all the damage that way. And plus, I like heroes like this because it gives them more longevity too. They stick around longer because, well, they're harder to kill. They have more HP. Now, something I think that's important about this special when you're creating team synergies is you're going to want some kind of healer or you're going to want some kind of protective feature that you can put on him to keep that HP as high as you possibly can. Now, there's all different kinds of ways to do this in Gemstone Legends, so get creative. I mean, it can be done through things like taunt, avoiding him taking any damage to begin with, or it could be through Soul Link, which is another way to try to avoid him taking damage. So there's, I mean, it doesn't just have to strictly be healing. You know, there's a bunch of ways to do that too. So anyway, get creative with that one. It's a pretty simple special, but a powerful one. We also have a passive here, Impossible Dream. Gemstone damage increased by 4% for every 4,000 HP. Again, incentivizing you to go balls to the walls with HP equipment. Gains 10% mana if he's affected by enemy or any or ally special damage once per turn. Mana gain increased by 1 if you level the skill the whole way up there. So that's kind of interesting that they can, you know, basically put an effect on here that increases the mana gain as well. So not only is he dealing lots of damage, but he could potentially be doing it faster. I really like stuff like this. It's a simple hero, but it's a powerful hero, one that's going to deal lots and lots of damage. So here's your heavy hitter. Now, there are tons of heavy hitters in this game, but he is one of them. And if you're trying to do a nuke team type of strategy where you're trying to take out the whole opposing team at once, this is powerful. It's also really good for getting around like taunt effects and stuff like that. So, I mean, there is that to consider with this. There's really 2 kinds of powerful damage dealing approaches to go if you really categorize them. One is the nuke style team where you're dealing damage to everybody at the same time and essentially trying to defeat the whole opposing team at once. Or you can try to target individual heroes. I think right now they're about even, but the targeting individual heroes is the slightly more favored strategy. However, I personally, my own style is to go nuke and just try and take everybody out at once. But both styles have their pros and cons, but I do like a hero like this for that particular effect. So let's jump into the altar and try some summons. I think I'm going to go for, let's say about 30. I think that's probably good. And I'll do at least 1 platinum scroll here. Okay, so I'm going to skip through a lot of these heroes which we've seen before. Plus, I don't want this to take forever. But what do you guys think? How are you going to use him? Of course, there's the different scenarios in which you can use him. I think that he could be really good in the wars. Personal opinion, most of those teams tend to need to have a big hitter, especially since you have one fewer hero in them. Okay, we hit on our first epic or legendary here. Let's see who it is. And it is Reina. All right, interesting. Okay, continuing on. So basically what that means for wars is you really need a single hero that's dealing more damage. I think more widespread, at least that's my opinion and my approach. That frees up the other 3 slots to make life miserable for the opposing team as far as strategies that will protect your heavy hitter or put lots of statuses on both your own team and your opponent's team, positive and negative statuses. So I do like these heavy hitters for war in particular. You have a little more flexibility in something like the arena. And I don't know if I like the heavy hitters like this that are AoE for raid bosses, but I mean, it's an option. I just would use more like single damage dealers for something like that. All right. And we got Shui Ying. I actually don't know what Shui Ying does. Speed leader, that's amazing. In the arena. Grants vampirism to an ally for 2 turns. Grants recovery to an ally for 2 turns twice. And at the end of the turn, heals all allies by 5% max HP. Immune to heal block. Heal block. Okay, you know what? This is the kind of hero that I was talking about would be a good pair because of the healing. So, I mean, you know, I don't know if it would take some testing. I don't know if this is the exact hero you would want to pair. But that's the kind of effect I'm looking for. You absolutely could take it up to 6 stars, make it real beefy, see how it does. But I just wanted to point out that's the effect I'm talking about when I'm like, you got to heal, put some kind of like healing with our new guy here. Okay. So I said I was going to do about 30. I've gone a little bit beyond that. I'm going to do one more. Nothing too exciting here. Let's go into the platinum scrolls and we'll do 1 platinum scroll. We'll see what we get. All right. We got Nizette. And let's just check her out. So attack leader everywhere, deals damage to a single enemy, 350% of attack, and ignores 25% of defensive targets. Defense is higher than 3,000, ignores 50% defense if it's higher than 4,000, and 75% defense higher than 5,000. Very cool, unique effect there. Okay, well, unfortunately, I struck out this time, but I wish you better luck. If you enjoy videos like this, make sure to like, subscribe, and hit that bell notification, and I will catch you in the next one.